We're connected to the interwebs. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to give it about a minute to allow more people to come into the live feed here. Our first ever live feed. So if you guys have any feedback on it, please let us know. Hopefully you guys find some value from some of the information we're going to be going through tonight. And of course, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if there's something we need to know, if there's an audio issue, a visual, video issue, let us know in the comments. Ben's behind the camera. He's going to be giving me the feedback from the comments as we go through today. We're going to be going through some basic protocols that we like to implement around the house to make your life with your dog easier and help establish that calm, confident, relaxed mindset in all aspects of your life. Primarily tonight we're going to be covering doorway protocol, how to go in and out of a doorway. I'm going to show you what it looks like when that behavior is finished, and then I'm going to show you some steps you can do to implement that behavior with your dog. Even if you haven't gone through a formal training program, you can teach a lot of these things at your house, all right? We're going to be going through some furniture protocols, how to get your dog on the couch if that's what you want, how to get your dog off the couch if that's what you want, what to do if your dog gets a little crazy getting on the couch, right, Ben? Then we're going to go into some spot time protocol, which you see JoJo, she's our demonstrator tonight. She's been with the revolution since day one, right? But we're going to go through some spot protocols, what it looks like. It looks like this. We're going to go through how to teach that. Then we're going to go through some kennel protocols, what we like to do with the kennel, how we like to set up the kennel, how we like to feed in the kennel, all right? All these different types of things we're going to be going through. So if you guys have any questions as we go through it, of course, hit us up in the comments. We always appreciate feedback. We always appreciate your support. And we like feedback on anything, whether that be the podcast, whether it be our regular YouTube videos. We try to pick topics for the regular YouTube videos, number one, that you guys are asking for. Number two, that we think you would find value from. So if you like those regular YouTube postings that we do, let us know. Let us know what you want to see so we can try to set up putting more videos out that will benefit you guys, all right? We got some more coming up in the future. The leash pulling is a big deal, right? That's what most people struggle with, is a leash puller. So we're trying to orient more videos towards how to tackle that leash pulling problem, develop good behaviors with a nice loose leash, all right? But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Again, if you have questions as we go through it, please let us know, give us feedback. JoJo, okay? If you guys have any problems hearing the audio, please let us know so Ben can let you know, so Ben can let me know, not let you know, you're letting us know, all right? So first protocol we're gonna go through, doorway protocol, all right? What this looks like is if I walk up to a doorway, we're just using this door as an example, and I touch the doorknob, what I wanna see from a dog ideally is the sit stay. Then if I open the door, I don't wanna see the dog dart out. I don't want to see the dog dart in on the way back in, all right? What I want to see is nice, calm, confident, relaxed behavior. We want this to be an area where we're able to demonstrate leadership to our dog. And so what I normally do is as I walk up to the door, okay, I have the leash on JoJo in the house because the leash is our line of communication. It's a great training tool. So I walk up to the door, I tap it, I open the door. She doesn't go out until I say, JoJo out. I'll go out, and she can come out with me. You can have her do an automatic sit on the other side of the door if you want. You can let her go potty, do whatever you need to do. We got some nice turtles out here in the pond today, right? Then whenever you're coming back in, it's literally the opposite. Can they hear if I close the door? You guys can still hear me? Get the thumbs up. All right, so I'm outside the door now. When I touch this doorknob, we want the same sit stay. And then whenever we open it, right, JoJo in, we have her come back in. She should go into an automatic sit stay, good, right? Little physical touch there, and then I can go about my business after that. So that's what the finished behavior looks like, but how do we accomplish that? Good question, all right? First of all, we need to teach our dog how to sit away from the door. If we do that, it makes the doorway protocol much easier because we're gonna use the principles of classical conditioning and operant conditioning in order to teach this behavior, all right? With the principle of classical conditioning, I need to put my new command, which is a doorway protocol, the new behavior, doorway protocol, on top of my old behavior, which is a sit. All right, so think about it from that perspective. So the way that we do that is we walk up to the door, we tap the handle, JoJo sit, Good, right? Then we're going to reward with the dog's highest value reward, which in this case is food, definitely for JoJo, she likes the food. All right, so again, I'm gonna walk up. My new behavior is sitting whenever I touch the door and engage the doorway. The old behavior is the verbal sit, all right? So if I wanna make the new behavior the same as the old behavior, I tap the door, I pause, and then I give the sit command. As soon as she sits, I reward that, all right? At the beginning of teaching new behaviors, you're gonna be using lots of rewards. Sit, good, okay? You're gonna be using lots of rewards as you begin to teach new behavior, because we need to build up reinforcement history that behavior is a good thing to be doing. Now, as the dog becomes more fluent in that behavior, we're gonna slowly, what we call fade or stop using food rewards as much. Then the food rewards will become a random thing until we don't really need them that much. Sit, good, okay? So what you need to do is what I'm doing right now. If you wanna build this protocol into your life, you're just gonna be executing hundreds and hundreds of repetitions of this, walking up to a door, tapping it, sit, good. Okay, reward, walk away. All right, let's do it again. Tap, sit, good, reward. Okay, hope that process makes sense to you guys. You're gonna have to do hundreds and hundreds of repetitions of it. All right, that's the thing about dog training. You got to put in the work. Sit, good, reward. Okay. And I'm just saying tap and reward just so you guys know what I'm doing, just so you know the process. Now, if I open the door and she tries to dart out, I use the leash, my line of communication, to help keep her in position right here. If she maintains position, I say good. Then I can close the door again. JoJo, okay. If I say the word okay, that means you're released from any command. You can do whatever you want within reason. So if you try to jump on that counter over there and eat food, that's not reasonable, right? So that means you're not allowed to do that whenever I say okay. Tap the door, sit, good, reward. We add in the next step of opening the door. She stays, good, right? So you guys see how this kind of puzzle pieces together? That's the critical part here. Make sure you take steps, take baby steps, make it as easy as possible for your dog. Tap, sit, good, reward. Open the door. She stays, good. She gives me eye contact. I always like eye contact. JoJo out. Now we're adding in the next command, which is the out command. JoJo sit. If you wanted an automatic sit on the other side of the door, once she gets out there, JoJo in, you would just tell her to sit again on the outside. So I hope that makes sense. Again, new behavior, pause, old behavior that she knows. Pretty soon the old behavior will become the new behavior, all right? So that's doorway protocol. That's what we prefer for that. If you guys have questions on that, let us know, but that applies to any doorway in the house. I prefer to use it on exterior doorways, all right? So I use that on back door, front door, garage door. Okay, those are the doorways that I'm using. Okay, now let's talk about couch furniture protocols. JoJo off. Okay, so you can have a couple different, you can pick out whatever commands you want to use. But if you have a command that allows your dog to get on the couch, if you say okay, right? That means your dog can stop doing any type of command, right? Obedience, they can do whatever they want within reason. So if you want your dog to freely get on the couch whenever you say okay, that's fine. All right, but some people like an on command and an off command, and okay means that they don't just get to jump on the couch. So if I wanted her on the couch, I could say something like JoJo hup, good, right? I could reward her if I'm teaching this behavior. JoJo off, good. So again, repetitions of this is going to help solidify that command. Keep in mind, I'm still using the leash. That's my line of communication. JoJo, hup, good. JoJo, off, good. Okay, so again, you need to add in as many variables as possible. So let me get up here with her. JoJo, hup, good. Now if she starts getting all crazy on me, all excited when I'm on the couch with her, right? Let's say I'm trying to relax and watch TV and I want her just to rest with me, she's good to go, right? If I need her off, but I'm staying on the couch, then I'll just say JoJo off, use the leash to help guide her off. She comes and sits in front of me, which is fine, right? If I'm building up this behavior, I can say good, reward, JoJo hup, good. Notice how I use the leash to help me. It's my line of communication. Good girl. JoJo off, good girl. JoJo hup, hup, good. So this is an example right here. Notice I didn't reward her with food. So this is an example of starting to get rid of the food rewards, starting to make those food rewards more random in your training. So you should always be pushing the limit. That's a thing that most people struggle with when they're training their dog at home, is they don't really, they have a hard time transitioning away from using consistent food rewards, which we need to do to build behavior. We have to break away from that and get away from consistent food rewards, make them random. So that transition is a struggle for a lot of people. And one thing you can do to start that transition is just go to an interval. So let's say I've rewarded her every single time she got on the couch and got off the couch. Now maybe I'll do it every 3 times. Then maybe I'll do it every 5 times, every 6 times. And then I can go random after that, okay? So for those of you that are at home training your dogs and you're struggling to get away from using food rewards all the time, I would say first go to intervals, where maybe you do it once every 3 times, every 5 times, whatever, and then go to that random reward, that straight up random reward, okay? Now I can be watching TV, she's on the couch with me, we're hanging out, we're relaxed, and then if I need her to get off or whatever, Jojo off. Notice how she didn't get off. As I'm teaching this behavior, I can use the leash to help her get off. I can continue to watch TV, she's sitting right here, whatever, right? And then if I want her back on, Jojo hup. Use the leash to guide her, Jojo hup. So this is where the leash line of communication becomes super important, super powerful in your training, good, with your dog as you're teaching these behaviors, building these behaviors up. Make training a part of your life. Make it a part of your habits. Make it a part of your own behavior, your own routines. All right, Jojo off. Good. Didn't need any leash help that time. All right, so I hope that gives you guys a good example to the couch. Again, set it up however you want. Use this however you want. With that being said, notice we got a blanket on this section of the couch that she's allowed to be on. She's not allowed to be on the section of the couch without the blanket. And yes, it is a Baby Yoda blanket, so it's good to go, right? Definitely Star Wars fans around here. But so if you're one of those people that don't want your dog on the actual couch, put a blanket down. If you want your dog on the couch, but not on the couch, if you see what I'm saying, then you put the blanket down there. Now they're on the couch, but not on the couch. Hope that makes sense. All right, next thing we're going to be going to is the spot. All right, the spot is an extremely useful command. Most people that I work with, that our team works with, the spot is one of the most valuable commands. All right, I remember when I first started implementing it, it's so powerful because you can use it for a variety of things. It's a great way to manage your dog, manage their time. When you guys are at the house, maybe you have kids. Kids are running around, you need your dog out of the way, you can send them to the spot. Maybe you have UPS or Amazon. I know you guys have Amazon showing up at your front door all the time. So if Amazon's showing up at the front door, I can send my dog to the spot, let them hang out there until I'm doing other things. Let's say you have a cat in your house. Let's say you have chickens in your house. I don't know. Some people like that, right? If your dog is getting in the mix with those things, you can send it to the spot, let your dog be managed while your other pets or things that live with you, you know, can walk around freely. All right, so let me show you the finalized behavior. Jojo, spot. So whenever I say spot, her job is to go to the pet cot. No. Good. Her job is to go to the pet cot, lay down, and stay there automatically until told otherwise. All right, so again, if I say spot, your job is to go to the pet cot, lay down, stay there automatically until told otherwise. All right, now notice, whenever I sent her to the spot, she was standing up. She went to the pet cot. She did not lay down. She stayed standing up. That's a problem. So what do? I implement my communication system that we build up through training. We say no, which means you've done the wrong thing. Go and do the right thing. She immediately laid down, good to go. All right. And then as soon as she laid down, I say good. So fundamental training protocols. If she's doing the right thing, we say good, provide a random reward. If she's doing the wrong thing, we say no. That first no can be a verbal warning. That's an option where you don't give a correction. Then after that, right, if she's continuing to disobey, then we definitely need to follow up with a correction. All right. So with that being said, this is the spot command. You should be able to maneuver around your house, wash your dishes, do whatever you're doing, right? She stays right there. Go up to your office. You should be comfortable going into your room, taking a shower, not worrying about her the whole time. She's staying right here. Coming out of the shower, she's still right there. Everybody should be comfortable doing that. If you're not comfortable doing that, you need to work on your spot some more. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna show you how to build this behavior up if you're training your dog at home. All right, so let me just grab this leash here. Jojo, okay? Okay. So if I say okay, remember, that means you're free to get up, do whatever you wanna do within reason. So if you're training your dog at home, make sure you got your line of communication, your leash. First thing I like to do to familiarize my dog with the spot, I'll show them that I have a food reward in my hand, I'll toss it on the spot, and I just want them to go over and investigate the spot on their own. Jojo, okay. Good, okay. I'll reward her for coming back to me, and then I'll just toss the food over there. I'm just keeping a hand on the leash, that's my line of communication. So let's say, for example, Jojo, okay. So let's say, for example, something distracted my dog over there, and my dog wanted to go over there, they could only get this far away from me. So the leash helps me have a clear line of communication. It helps me manage the environment. It helps me manage her. All right, so again, this is just a familiarization exercise where I'm tossing food rewards on the spot. Okay, where the dog is getting used to going to the spot and coming off the spot, going to the spot, coming off the spot. You may have a super nervous dog that doesn't want to go onto the spot. That's okay. That's okay. Just get the dog used to getting near the spot. One of the ways we can do that is having food in our hand, luring the dog close to the spot, saying good, and giving them food before they even get on it. That's one way to help a nervous dog get used to a pet cut. And then you would slowly just lure them onto the spot so they're putting all 4 paws on there. Once they have all 4 paws on there, you say good, you release your food reward to them just like this, okay? See how that works? So if our spot command is if the finalized command is an automatic down stay on the spot, it would be really beneficial to teach a down stay away from the spot, and then we can incorporate it on the spot, okay? So one of the ways you could do that is after you've taught your down stay away from the spot, you lure your dog onto the spot like this. Once they're on there, Jojo down, Jojo stay, okay? Now you can practice a down stay on the spot. If my dog's giving me good eye contact, I can say good, provide that reward for the eye contact for maintaining the down stay on the spot. That's one way you could do it, all right? Let me repeat that. Ideally, you would teach a down stay away from the spot, and then once you begin to introduce the spot and have the dog exposed to the spot, you would lure them onto the spot, and then you would give them a down stay command. No. Good. You would give them a down stay command once they're on there. So you've taken the old behavior, the down stay, and you've put the new behavior first, right? So you get on the spot, then you do the down stay. As time goes on, you go on the spot, pause, you do the down stay. The down stay will become the new behavior. Hope that makes sense. The new behavior, the spot, will become the old behavior, the down stay. Works both ways, all right? So, Jojo, okay. But you could also, another way you could do it, because with different dogs, with different personalities, some dogs may struggle doing downstays away from the spot. It might benefit you to teach them to downstay on the spot and then incorporate that other places in life. So let me show you how you could do that, all right? You would have your food lure, okay? You would lure your dog onto the spot. Once they're on the spot, you would then lure them into a down position. Good, and once they're down, you could reward them, okay? Now a stay is just an extended down position. So let's say my dog didn't know training and they sat up like that, I would simply lure them back down. And then I would have them stay there for a period of time, okay? There's 3 main aspects to a stay position that you need to get used to. Number 1, duration. Duration is the amount of time that the dog stays in the position. Number 2 is distance. Distance from your dog to you. So I start off right here with the leash, then I slowly go this far away. If she gets up like this and I haven't taught her how to downstay yet, I just use the leash, I get her right back to where she was, I lure her back down, I say good, I release the reward. Then I increase my distance again. I get her used to me moving at distances, okay? Back and forth, just like this. If she sits up like that, okay, I'll just grab the lure. If she doesn't know how to down, good, reward her right there, okay? Get her used to these distances right here, always rewarding good eye contact. Once she's comfortable here, I could drop the leash. I can move away a further distance. I can move closer. You guys get the idea. And then the third element to the downstay or a stay position is distraction. So at first that would just be me moving around. It could be me having some friends over, right? It could be me introducing other things in the environment or doing this somewhere else where there's other things going on around us. and having her remain in that position. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Let us know in the comments if that doesn't make sense. All right, so we've talked about how to introduce the spot. We've talked about how to incorporate the down stay on the spot. All right, so the other thing, Jojo, okay, the other thing we need to get used to with the spot is moving there from a distance without you helping, right? So once we go through those preliminary things that we went through, now it's time to start getting the dog used to going to the spot without you walking all the way there. One way we're gonna do that, Jojo, spot, we say spot, we start moving. As soon as she goes all the way, we stop where we're at. So notice instead of going all the way here, I only took one step just to encourage her to move. As soon as she goes there and does the spot command, the downstay, I say, good, I reward. I can do another repetition. Okay. This is super important. All right, Jojo. Come on, Jojo. Come on. She got a little smell going on. All right, so this is super important, is the movement away from you, because your dog is used to getting rewards directly from you. So they don't necessarily want to depart from you sometimes, especially when you have high levels of engagement. But moving away from you in order to access a reward from you, it opens up a whole new neural pathway in the dog's mind about how they can access things. It gets them thinking differently. All right, so let's demonstrate that again. I would stand here, Jojo spot. I would take one step, use the leash maybe to guide her that direction. As soon as she starts moving there, I don't move anymore. I let her depart away from me, go to the spot. Remember, at this point, she should know how to down. She should know how to stay there. No? Good, right? Do not reward them early. Do not reward them early before they've completed a full behavior. All right? Do not reward them for not doing your expectation. All right? But we're going through this pretty quickly. It's been like maybe 15 minutes or so. This is going to take time. You need to rewatch this video and take some of these sections and go back and do the repetitions to build it up to this level. All right, Jojo. Okay, let's do it again. So you're gonna change up where you're coming from. All right. So let me change up the angle to demonstrate that. So I was doing it from this angle over that angle over there. Now I'm going to do it from this angle. So I recommend at your setup in your house, you practice this from every angle possible, getting to the spot so the dog gets familiar with that. Jojo spot. So I take one step, use the leash. As soon as she starts going there, I back away. I let her go all the way over there. I let her go down. Once she's in that down, stay on the spot. Good. Now I can step forward, reward. All right, so I'm going to be practicing from this angle. I'm going to be practicing from this angle over here. All right, let me show you another one. Then give me the hallway angle here. Give me the hallway angle. Okay, so this is the front door. Back up a little bit. This is the front door. So if I'm coming in the front door, I may want her to go to the spot from the front door. Jojo spot. So I start walking. I want to see her depart away from me. She's going. She's going. Good. Nope. No, she got a little excited there. That's okay. That happens in training. You got your line of communication. You got your leash. You make sure she does that down. Good, right? Then you can reward her. Does that make sense? So the whole reason why we're using the leash a lot, especially in these foundational pieces of training, it helps you keep a calm demeanor. If you're calm and you know what you're looking for and you know what you're doing and you know what your next step is, your dog's going to be calmer and pay more attention to you. All right, so let's do that again. Okay, I want you guys to really understand, get your dog used to moving away from you. All right, Jojo. Okay, Jojo spot. Okay, there she goes. Good. Okay, let's do it again. Again, repetition is your friend. Jojo. Okay, and you guys could easily incorporate this into your daily routine. You could spend 10 minutes on this. This is one of your training sessions for the day. Hey, it's hot outside. It's summertime in South Carolina. Jojo spot. See where she goes. Notice how she's looking at me. Right here, she's getting comfortable. Okay, if she does this right here, good. Notice how she corrects herself. Good. Okay, so you need to develop that. All right. It's summertime in South Carolina. It's hot outside, middle of the day. Let's say middle of the day is when you have time to train. It's cool because you can do this inside in your AC. You know what I'm saying? So incorporate it into your life. Get your dog used to it. Practice. Practice. Repetition is your friend. But you're always raising the bar. You're always going to the next step, the next level. You know what I'm saying? If I only walk my dog to the spot every day. If I have to walk them there every day, all the way to the spot, I'll never get away from that. You got to figure out how to take the next step with your dog, how to raise the bar for your level of expectation for them, right? So keep in mind, this is what we're looking for. Jojo, okay. That's what we're looking for. As soon as I say, Jojo, spot, and she starts to go, I let her go. I want to back away at that point. If she's struggling and stuck and wants to stay with me, I need to keep helping her get there. But as soon as I say spot and I see her turn and go for it, I let go of the leash, I back away. I want to increase that distance from me to her so that we build up that expectation. We raise the bar. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? All right, good to go. We're going to go to the next section tonight. Jojo, okay? And it's going to be some kennel protocols. So let me show you guys the kennel setup we have here. Nice kitchen area. Make sure you guys are fueling your body. All right, you know how we like to fuel the body. All right, so we got kennel set up in here. This is Jojo's kennel. So let me show you my preferred way to get the dog in and out of the kennel. We good on the video? All right. So we open the kennel latch. Jojo, kennel. If I say the word kennel, that's her command to go in there. Notice the leash is still on her. Why? Because when I'm in the foundational stages of training, I want to have direct line of communication with her. All right. I don't want to take the leash off, then she runs that way, and now it's a wild goose chase to get her, right? So I make sure I have the control. I keep the leash on until she's in there. I close the kennel like this. I make sure I have all of the latches 100% secured. I want to make sure I have top latch, bottom latch, and the kennel tray latch secured. I clip the leash right here like that. That's how I leave it right there, okay? I keep the leash with the kennel so it's easy to access so I don't lose the leash. Then whenever I come to get her out of the kennel, I grab my leash. I got my clip in my right hand. I'm right-handed, so I have it very easy to finagle. I usually will loop it like that. Left hand for the latches. If I open this and she tries to dart out, I say no, close the kennel door, right? And I can just reach in there, find her collar, hook the leash to it, Jojo out. Good. Jojo sit. Good. Okay, so that's how you're going to be doing kennel protocol. That's what we recommend anyway. So how could you build that up? How could you build that behavior? Let me show you. All right, we got some food rewards. We show her. We toss it in there. Okay, let's say you just got a dog. Day one, you just got him. You brought him home. Jojo out. Good. You want to get them used to going in and out of the kennel. Teach them that it's not a bad place. The kennel is never a punishment. The kennel is a safe place for your dog. Jojo out. And a management tool. All right. So right now we're just building up her comfort level with the kennel. We toss it in there. We let her go in there. Jojo out. We say out to come out. Good girl. Okay, so you're just going to obviously do repetitions of that. And then at some point, you would close the door on her. Once she's in there, you can leave the leash on because it's just to build up duration. Then you could open the door out, right? So you're just going to slowly build that up with time. If you have a dog that struggles in the kennel with making noise or something like that, my recommendation is, if that's starting to become a problem, exercise your dog. Get them a little bit tired before you put them in the kennel. That way they're more likely to rest in there because the kennel is a resting place. So one thing you could do, take your daily walk, bring your dog home, put him in the kennel to rest after your walk. The kennel is a resting place. It's a calm place to be in, okay? All right, with that being said, let me show you guys feeding protocols. Feeding protocols, all right? So we feed in the kennel. So I just say Jojo out. My preference would be either use the spot or a downstay. Jojo down, Jojo stay. Okay, I put the dog in a downstay. I've already had to teach the downstay. I get the food bowl ready. All right, Jojo gets 1 scoop of food, put it in the food bowl. I put it into her kennel. This is an exercise and self-control for her. Once you get to the point that you can take the leash off, Jojo kennel. Jojo eat, right? So then I'll close this kennel. She can eat in there. Give her 10 to 30 minutes to eat the food. And then once you're done with that, then at that point, you could start evening exercise. So my recommendation would be you do your feeding time, 10 to 30 minutes in the kennel with the food. And then after that, you would do your evening walk. And at that point, your evening walk would just be a great way to, number one, first of all, walks are great. Walks are the bonding process, all right? They're good for you, they're good for your dog. They also help your body digest food. They also help your dog's body digest food. They also promote blood flow moving throughout your body, increasing blood flow to your joints, moving nutrients around your body. So a walk is critical, all right? But I recommend doing your evening feeding. Give your dog 10 to 30 minutes in the kennel, let them kind of rest, and then at some point after that, do an evening walk, an evening exercise. Do 10 minutes, do 20 minutes, do 30 minutes, do whatever you can do. I don't recommend high intensity exercise right after you eat or right after your dog eats, simply because that could cause some stomach issues, right? If you just ate, you got a bunch of food in your belly, and then you're having your dog chase a ball, right? That can make them throw up, right? That could upset their stomach. It could cause other issues. We don't want that. So you want a digestion period where your dog's resting for a short period of time, 10 to 30 minutes. And then after that, you're gonna be going into evening exercise, preferably a walk. After that walk, if you want to throw a ball for a little bit, that's different. You could walk 10 minutes, then throw the ball. That's helping your dog digest the food, get the blood flow going, so on and so forth from there, okay? We got any questions in there, any comments? All right, no questions, no comments, cool, good to go. All right, guys, well, we really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. This video will be on our YouTube for you to refer to. We'll be having more come up in the future. As always, please let us know what we can do better. Please let us know what kind of content you want to see. We appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel, go to Amazon, get a Good to Go shirt. All right, get one of those. They're really comfortable and they're good to go. You're good to go. And until next time, Canine Revolution out.